What's going on, folks? I want to give you a quick look at what your boot is on your brakes and your caliper. A lot of times you may hear that you have a bad boot, which is on your caliper bracket, which basically your caliper attaches to. This right here, this thing right here you see me stretching out, that's actually your boot. And if this thing gets damaged, what this does is pretty much protects your slider pin. So if you look right here, you can see your slider pin that goes inside of here. This is your slider pin. See, it has grease and stuff on it like that. And what it does is it slides inside of here, and this boot helps to protect your slider pin. That way dirt and debris as well as water and rocks and stuff like that won't basically get onto your slider pin. Because what happens if your slider pin gets all dirty, where that grease and stuff leaves from it or gets removed from it, what happens is when you let off of your brake pads, off of your brakes, your calipers itself may not open all the way back up correctly, which means that then your brake pad can stay pretty much attached to your rotor. And if that happens, a lot of time you'll smell like a strong smell of like brake dust or something like that when you're trying to stop, as well as you may have an issue with when you're stopping, your car may pull to a certain side, like it may pull right or left, and that's because your caliper itself is not releasing all the way from off of the rotor, because the slider pin right here may be seized up or not sliding the way that it should be sliding. So if this boot right here gets damaged, meaning like a hole or something like that gets into it, you may just want to go ahead and replace that. A lot of them you could just basically pull the boot itself out like that. It's what your boot's going to look like. You can normally go to some type of an auto parts store or something like that and actually get you another boot just to stick inside of your caliper bracket. It just will pop back inside of this little piece right here and you'll be good. But if you can see on this boot how it's nice and there's no holes or nothing like that into it, so it tells me that this boot is good. But like I said, but if this boot was to have a hole in it, it would allow then for dirt and all that pretty much to get onto your slider pin, which would then cause issues with your brakes the way they stop. Alright folks, once again, this is a quick video I want to make showing you what your boot is that's attached to your bracket for your brakes. Sometimes it could be on your caliper, most times it's on your bracket itself, and when you would need to replace it, if it gets a hole in it, as well as what problems you may have if this boot right here gets damaged. It's a pretty inexpensive part to get. You could probably buy a pack of them that will go to your particular car for maybe, you know, the $5 to $6 or something like that. But it's an important part to have working functionally and correctly on your vehicle for the proper stopping of your vehicle. And once again, it goes back here on your vehicle, like right behind where your screw would go in that, back here. It's in between your caliper and your caliper bracket, which is right here. And this is what it looks like. Alright folks, please check out our helpful videos. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.